Robert Zimmerman, more commonly known by his stage name Bob Dylan, is one of the most influential singers of the 20th century. Back in the 60s and 70s, he got his start up in Greenwich, where he was playing at local cafes, when, at the age of 20, he was mentioned in a New York Times article. The author described him as a cross between a choir boy and a beatnik, which was about the entire message he was trying to portray. He was very politically driven. All his songs had some sort of deep messaging to them, mostly about important aspects such as the Civil Rights Movement or the Vietnam War, which were both really big at the time of his music. He had a voice that spoke to the generation, and I literally mean his voice was the one speaking to the generation. It was sort of a warbled country southern drawl. Not pleasing to the ears, but it was far from the perfectly toned and perfectly in-key sounds of the Beach Boys and the Beatles, other big bands of the time. He was more down to earth. He could speak as if he was the everyman, as if you were on stage singing what he was saying, because what he was saying is what everybody was thinking. And the protesting that was going on, it was all based around anti-war and pro-civil rights. Because in Dylan's own words, the times they are a changin'. But did they want them to change? The day Dylan went electric, it was a big day. Everybody thought that it was a bad decision. No, Bob Dylan is a country singer. He can't go electric. But he did, and he's still going to this day. In fact, just a few years ago, he played his first concert in Vietnam. A very big deal because of how involved he was in protesting the war in the first place. Even in Supreme Court cases, of all places, Bob Dylan shows up. When songs are quoted in Supreme Court articles, Bob Dylan's are quoted more often than any other singer. Inspired by country folk singers before him, of the likes of Woody Guthrie, he's gone on to inspire almost every musician since. The way he could morph his words into saying his messages was astounding. In fact, he might have inspired somebody you know, somebody from Wachusett. Take a look at this clip.
So if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. She once was a true love of mine.
But his reach goes far beyond the reach of music. Because even though his songs like Blowing in the Wind and Mr. Tambourine Man were later covered by bands such as Peter, Paul and Mary and the Byrds, he had such a way of putting deep messages in his music that made it so much more powerful. He even won a Nobel Prize, which is very impressive. It's one of the most prestigious awards you can win. In fact, I myself have even been influenced by Bob Dylan to learn a bit on the guitar. Thank you.